Assalamualaikum, my name is Fatin Shahzanani.
Hi, my name is Cik Nur Shafika.
Hello, my name is Wan Zulaika.
Practical use of geometry in everyday life can be vastly found but not limited to building construction, home and landscape design. Besides, geometry have even extended their frontier to astronomy, game and sports.
Architecture, the symbol of civilizations, is the product of physical structure. Building and design will not be flourished without the use of geometry. The geometry has served as the fundamental of creativity and accuracy in the process of planning, designing, and constructing the physical structure as building, bridges, machine, and so forth. Some of the real-life examples of the system of geometry design could be found in the Islamic art and architecture. Most of the mosques had adopted the principle of symmetry and repetitions in their building design.
Hemisphere. Any circle drawn around Earth, divide it into two equal halves called hemisphere. There are generally considered to be four hemispheres: northern, southern, eastern and western. The equator or line of 0 degrees latitude divides Earth into the northern and southern hemisphere. In geometry, the hemisphere is a 3D solid figure that is exactly half of the sphere. When a sphere is cut into two equal parts at the center, then the hemisphere is formed. It has one flat circular base and one curved surface.
Apple Marina Basin is the first Apple store in the world entirely surrounded by water and offers an uninterrupted 360-degree panoramic view of the city and spectacular skyline. Apple Marina Basin creates a new distinctive presence on Singapore Bay. The 30-meter diameter structure is a fully glass dome with a black glass base, complementing the sister pavilions through its scale and materiality. The sphere is a first of its kind or glass dome structure that is fully self-support, comprised of 140 pieces of glass with only 10 narrow, vertical mullions of structural connection.
In this case, we calculate the volume and the area of the hemisphere. The volume of hemisphere is total capacity of the hemisphere. The volume of hemisphere measured in the term of cubic unit. The volume of sphere is calculated using the formula V is equal to 4 over 3 pi r cubed. So the volume of hemisphere is equal to 2 over 3 pi r cubed. Next, the area of hemisphere. A hemisphere is obtained when we cut the sphere into two equal halves. The total surface area of hemisphere will be equal to the sum of its curved surface area and the base area of hemisphere. The base is in circular shape here. We can find various real-life examples of the hemisphere, such as our planet Earth can be divided into two segments, the southern and northern hemisphere. This is example how to calculate the volume and the area of hemisphere.
Sport is any form of physical activity or game, often competitive and organized, that aims to use, maintain, or improve physical ability and skills while providing enjoyment to participants, and in some cases, entertainment to spectators. Sports can go through casual or organized participation, improve participant physical health. Hundreds of sport exist, from those between single contestants through to those with hundreds of simultaneous participants, either in teams or competing as individuals.
The objective of a game is to score more goals than the other team. Goals are scored when a team member position GA or GS shoot the ball through the goal ring. Each team is allowed 7 players on the court. Each player is assigned a specific position, which is GK, GD, WD, C, WA, GA, and GS.
In this case, we calculate the angle of elevation from the player's eyes to the goals. The angle of elevation is widely used concept related to height and distance, especially in trigonometry. The angle of elevation is an angle that is formed between the horizontal line and the line of sight. If the line of sight is upward from the horizontal line, then the angle formed is an angle of elevation. This is example formula for angle of elevation. This is example how to find the angle of elevation. Conclusion.
The importance of geometry in our daily life. Geometry is crucial because it helps us understand and describe the fundamental properties of the physical world, enabling us to solve real-world problems, design the structure, and advance various fields including science, engineering, and art. Geometry has played a fundamental role in shaping the world we live in.
Architects use geometry to study and divide space as well as draft detailed building plans. Builders and engineers rely on geometric principles to create structures safely. Designers apply geometry along with color and scale to make the aesthetically pleasing spaces inside. Applying geometry in design is unavoidable.
The importance of geometry in sport. Geometry play a practical role in various sports by defining and marking out specific area of play. Let's take a closer look at the netball court as an example. The field of play encompasses of geometric shape like rectangle and hemisphere.